Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Desync. Not Secret Saturday edition. When we last left off, further dug into the mountain range, and I have decided that we are going to leave it at layer 6. Because there is not really a big point in pushing it down any further, because we still have a long way to go. So in doing so, we're just kind of giving ourselves the more important option of just moving on. Just gonna put in some holes where we need to hit. So that should do it. I'll take us down to the next layer. Nothing like pitch black darkness, though. Boop. So, what we have here is a problem. We kind of need to... Oh, did I miss it? Did I miss the hole? I did miss the hole. I just kept going. Okay, that's the hole. Let's try that again. Gravel. So, doing some more work. Hopefully by either today, when this video comes out, or tomorrow, the next kind of hidden truth thing will be out. The power of names. It's a very important concept, actually. It actually makes a lot of sense. Give people... Your name holds a lot of weight. Whether you believe your name is just a name or it's part of something more, you run into that... Oops. You run into that, problem. Names have meaning. That's why the Rainbow Brigade really hates it when you don't use their real name. They hate it when you do use their real name. And one more. Onwards towards the last corner. Never thought how AI is just kind of always trying to be broken. Anyone ever think about that? How it's just one off. Oh well. Like, I gotta be hitting it by now. But I'm just kind of noticed some images that how people are trying to represent AI, and it's quite funny. Because the term jailbreak means you have to break them, basically pester them and break them down into giving you the information that you want, almost. So, like, AI has a mask that it is forced to wear, and behind that mask is just an unholy Shoggoth, which is hilarious. Because it makes sense. AI is just the culmination of the internet's knowledge, and usually without a filter either. So you kind of run into this problem where you have to basically pester the... Actually, no, a better way to say this is the AI is locked behind restrictions that the company put on it, and you have to break it out of the mask to be able to access the true culmination of human knowledge. Quite interesting way to put it. It's like, are you gonna let the beast out of its cage or not? And this gravel keeps going. I know last time I kind of mentioned Bakugan. Not much more to really say on it. Other than, damn, I forgot how wild that show went in a weird direction. Wild? I'm not sure if wild's the right word. Dan essentially getting a brain parasite. Thanks, Mechatanium Surge. Gotta get that time travel in. Somehow, I guess. I don't know. I found that kind of... I really kind of just read the episode synopsis because I wasn't... I really didn't... Since I lost interest at around Mechatanium Surge, it's like... Not Mechatanium Surge, Gundalian Invaders. It was quite, different. It was quite, interesting. Like, I watched some clips, and it's like... This is where they went with this? Baku Skylanders or whatever? Like, Mechatanium Surge didn't even care about its own lore. Like, the entirety of the Bakugan immigrated to Earth. What? Why? I feel like, I could have understood the whole plot of the first season and the second season. Destroya was the whole point is they wanted to go home and wanted to live at home. Are you telling me they all wanted to go to Earth and go back to being a sphere? Very weird. Very, very weird. And then somehow the big bad from Gundalian invaders manages to return. And something about summoning Mectagons and... all really strange. There goes that pick. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't finish watching it. Funny enough, like when Bakugan Gundalian Invaders was coming out, this game also kind of came out. Or at least I found it at around that time, I think. I'm trying to remember. But I do know Bakugan is where I got the disdain for machinery and cybernetics. Thanks, Helios, the big bad. I mean, Helios is still a cool character. He really is. Drago also has no room to talk. Brother is like partly fused with the perfect core and shit. And it's like, you shouldn't have that power. Like, buddy, you tap into the literal power of all Bakugan on a whim half the time. You can't say that, nah fam, can't have it. One of those, you're being a hypocrite there, my dragon compatriot. Like, cybernetics are really cool to me when they're used in a more specific way. You lost an arm, so you bolted a new one onto you. However, if you still have good parts, why are you disassembling yourself? It's why it's like, I think that Cyberpunk looks like a good game. Looks like a really good game. But if I were to play that, I would basically have like no mods. I would not install cybernetic mods and go to the Ripper docs. Literally a moral imposed challenge. Like, yeah, my character already has him because they need him. Yada yada plot. But after getting infected with the super brain worm, then it's like, maybe I should stop installing mods. Probably one of those, I'm much more of a, if I have to use technology, I'd much rather prefer a power armor instead of a full-blown cybernetic augmentation. I can always take off the armor, but when you need a power boost, you can strap on the suit and call it a day. Then with the... Oh, where are we? Oh, where are we? Oh, we're basically at the end. Okay, you know what? this up. And we can use the light from it. Cool. That works for me. I guess that's kind of my thought with Cybernetics and mechs. Like, giant mechs as a concept, I never really got into as a child. I did enjoy Pacific Rim, but I was only able to appreciate it when I was older. Because I was never into the giant monster invading the city. What can stop them? Giant robot sort of deal. I didn't really get into that. I also know the second movie, Pacific Rim, apparently sucked, and apparently doesn't exist. So perhaps, in relation to that, like, that's not really a... That really is just like the true concept of power armor gone to the extreme with Pacific Rim. You put it on, you do some weird brain chemistry fuckery to link yourself to your homie. Try not to get killed by a giant monster. I think that sums up the concept of Pacific Rim. Giant monster, giant robot. Yeah. Maybe... Then we could... What I'm really looking forward to is having time again. I'll almost have free time to myself. Almost. We can play some much more intensive games on the weekends. Hopefully. Instead of just every day's cube game day. Like, I'm aware of Vintage Story. And that seems like a cool game at some point to sink my teeth into. I just know that people call it a Minecraft clone. It's like, yeah, maybe, but how many other games are Minecraft clones these days? I mean, you got Dune, you got 7 Days, you got Terraria. Well, I guess that really kind of evolved into a boss rush gauntlet thing. You got shit, Ark Survival Evolved. You got there's just a lot of sandbox games that allow you to build these days, and it's like, yeah, they're technically Minecraft clones, but in the same way that Metroid and Castlevania play together. Yeah, they're the same genre. After all, that's where we get Metroidvania, but are they really the same game? Could you really call what they are the same game? I really don't think so. really want to get into like more storied games, even if they're ones I've already played. Or maybe touch some of my backlog. Because the backlog at least can have some stuff done. Like there's this game called Manor Lords that rise up. But there's also like Crusader Kings 3. It's getting their China expansion soon-ish. And that's something I really want to chew into. At least a little bit. Because I've enjoyed... Because one of my goals in at least a CK3 game is to play as a Chinese character and then turn India into China. A second China. I think that'd be hilarious. Because India today... No. That's no bueno, what goes on over there. One needs to see how they treat their sacred river and realize that... probably should find some holy fire and burn it all to the ground. Definitely one of those that it won't be missed. It really won't be missed. The river will automatically clean itself. Uh-huh. I can take one look into that river and understand that, no, I don't think it's cleaning itself. I think it's dead. How much plastic trash do you need to put in the river to think, yes, we should throw more trash in here? I mean, it makes sense. Why? Well, not make sense. It doesn't make sense why. I don't get that. I don't get them. Because it's not a poverty thing. It really is not a poverty thing. If you've watched the documentary, India, the worst country on earth, one, you should. Two, don't eat anything before you do. And three, if you make it past the first 10 minutes, congratulations. That is a very, very hard film. You like gore, you like blood, you like massacres. Well, this thing has got it all. All done to an AI voice of, like, apparently some super famous British individual. Who did like animal documentaries or something. I don't know his name, so I couldn't tell you who it was. But at the very least, it was very informative, and that by informative I mean, oh my God, I want nothing to do with this nation, its people, or anything ever again. They say exposure to cultures is a good thing. I mean, yeah. I suppose you can classify this as good, because I want nothing more than to be as far away from them as possible. Are we out of... Yeah, we are. Basically out of cobble space. Okay, wood. Where do you belong? Gonna need a few more chests, it looks like. think, all being said, can we burn it down? I was really hoping India and Pakistan would have blasted each other to high heavens. Really throw the stock markets into a spin. Gravel? I guess we don't have a big gravel chest. We don't have enough stockpile to make it worthwhile. Flint. Coal. Get another pickaxe. I guess I'll just place this chest back here. Oh yeah, I do need a... I'm running out of torches anyway. I actually need to make some torches. Alright, well, in any case, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and we will see you all on the next episode of Minecraft Desync. Not a Secret Saturday edition. Bye-bye!